It is Thursday, December 1st, 1955. A black woman named Rosa Parks is waiting at a bus stop on Cleveland Avenue in Montgomery, Alabama. When the bus stops for her, she boards the bus and takes a seat in the back where blacks are required to sit. After several other stops, the front seats are all filled up with white people, and one white man is standing in the aisle.
You back there! Get up! I need those seats! Do you hear me, lady? Are you going to move or not?
No, I'm not.
You must be not hearing right, lady. Everybody knows those seats are for white folks when they're needed. You know you're not even be able to get away with it, right? What will my passengers think? It's the law. Think about it.
Maybe it's time we had a law that treated people fairly.
I'll let someone else worry about whether or not the laws are fair or not, lady. I'm calling the police.
You do that.
Excuse me, officer. Could you please stop, come on the bus and help us out? What's the problem? This lady won't get up and move her seat and give her seat to the other passenger. I told her to move, but she won't budge. Do you speak English, lady?
Yes, I do.
Did you understand what the driver said?
Yes, I did.
Then why don't you get up?
I didn't think I should have to. Why did you push us around?
I don't know, but the law is the law, and you're breaking it. Get up and putting you under arrest.
The police officer put Rosa into a patrol car and took her to jail. She was fingerprinted and photographed, and then she was put to a cell. A friend of Rosa's, Mrs. Pratt, had been on the bus when Rosa was arrested. She ran to Rosa's house to tell her husband what had happened.
Rosa didn't do. The bus driver had to pull the bus over and call the police. The next thing I knew, Rosa was on her way to jail.
Come over here. Come over here.
We're filming.
I got my friend Edie Nixon. Tell him to meet me at the jail, and quick. Whatever you say, Raymond.
Okay. Raymond and Edie paid Rosa's bail and got her out of jail. When they got home, they all discussed Rosa's arrest over a cup of coffee.
They didn't hurt you, did they? No, but I almost got another fine. I was so thirsty that I drank out of the water fountain at the time without paying any attention. The officer told me the fountain is for whites only. Imagine that, even in jail. Oh, it's time for tea. You've been living with this unjust search for too long. I think that your arrest might be a blessing in disguise, Rosa. Why do you say that? Word about your arrest is going around like wildfire, and people are up in arms about it. This is our chance to organize the community. How? We can boycott the buses. If we have to give up our seats to white people, we shouldn't ride the buses at all. How long will the boycott last? Until they desegregate the buses.
Edie, we can't change the whole world in one day.
But we've got to start somewhere. Are you with me? Yes, Edie. It's time, like you said.
Rosa, I'm worried about your safety. You know a lot of whites are going to be mighty mad when they hear about this.
If we all unite, we can be strong and help each other get through that.
Later that night, Edie planned the boycott with a new minister at the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church. The new pastor's name was Martin Luther King Jr.
This boycott is going to need a lot of organization. We'll need a place to come together and coordinate our efforts. I'm suggesting we use the church as a meeting place. I was hoping you could provide some leadership, Reverend King.
I'm not sure that that's such a good idea. I've only been here for a year. The people may not accept me as a leader.
Everyone can be perfect. We all just have to rise to the occasion and do the best we can.
I can see the urgency of the situation. Yes, let's use the church as our headquarters. How do you think we should handle the boycott?
Volunteers have already made leaflets telling people not to ride the buses on Monday. We've also set up some carpools so that people can still get to work, and black cab drivers have agreed to give people rides for 10 cents.
On Monday, December 5th, there were hardly any black people on the buses. Instead, they gathered on the street corners and waited for the rides from friends and cab drivers. Rosa went to court and was fined $10 for breaking the law. She refused to pay the fine. That night, there was a mass meeting to decide on a future course of action. At the meeting, Reverend King was elected leader of the movement. He gave a speech that electrified his audience.
We are here because we are American citizens, and we are determined to apply our citizenship to the fullest. That's right! There comes a time when people get tired of being trampled. There comes a time, my friends, when people get tired of being subjected to humiliation and despair. We have a long road ahead of us, brothers and sisters. Our enemies will try to bring us down to the pit of hatred. You cannot have hatred in your heart and seek justice at the same time. We must meet violence with non-violence. Show us the way! Right here in Montgomery, when the history books are written in the future, somebody will say there lived a race of black people who had the moral courage to stand up for their rights. It's true! In the meantime, we must stick together and work together if we are to win our rights as Americans. The boycott will continue.
God bless you, brother.
And what we are doing is just... God bless you, Brother King! Okay. Narrator.
The blacks of Montgomery were determined to stand up for their rights and to challenge white power. They continued to boycott in spite of threats and attacks by racists. On December 20th, 1956, the U.S. Supreme Court finally ordered the city of Montgomery to desegregate its buses. The boycott had lasted over a year, but it achieved its goal. Blacks no longer had to give up their seats to white passengers. Reverend King continued to fight for justice, and growing numbers of people joined him in his struggle. Rosa Parks' simple act of defiance 1 year earlier had marked the beginning of what is now called the Civil Rights Movement. Peace! Ooh.